He made his cricketing debut in 2014. Of course, it will be 10 years in December 2024 to playing international cricket. He's, of course, played an integral part in the Indian cricket team as well. Joining us is, of course, KL Rahul. KL, thank you so much for being here on the Times Network, firstly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
KL, like I said, 10 years in December 2024, your international cricketing journey, how do you describe it? How do you look back at it? A lot of ups and downs, highs and lows?
Yeah, I look back at it with a lot of happiness and joy. I think as a athlete and as an individual, I've gotten everything that I could have asked for and everything that I desired for. Yes, I know that that sounds a bit weird when someone like me says that I've gotten everything that I've desired. I never desired for injuries and failures, but it is part of the journey, and that is what makes playing sport so much more fun and so much more exciting, and keeps you on your toes, and it constantly pushes you to keep getting better and keep getting stronger, and it finds ways to teach you so many important life lessons, and it humbles you at the end of the day. So yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, and I hope that the next half of my career is filled with everything and more.
And KL, you're also associated with Red Bull for a long time. Can you tell us a little about that association and how it has helped, in fact, impacted your cricketing career?
Yeah, it's one of my longest relationships, I think, with a brand, and just in general. I think I've been with them since I was 18 years old. They spotted me at one of their tournaments at Red Bull Campus Cricket, and ever since then, the association's been growing from strength to strength, and it's almost been, I'm 32 now, so yeah, it's been a long time with them, and they've helped me at every stage of my career, in more than one way, and in ways that I can't express and put in words. And they've always been, they're more than a brand to me, and they're like family, and their support, their love, their want to help me get better as an athlete is what is just very special, and that's one of the reasons why I've never thought of moving anywhere else, or like I've never had this thought to go or like not renew my contracts, and we just keep renewing and renewing and renewing, and I'm here now, so almost 14, 15 years, and yeah, I've enjoyed being with them. And a lot of things are done in the background, which obviously, that's also one of the good things, that they don't put everything out there for people to see. There's a lot of work and a lot of help that they've put in behind the scenes in trying to get me stronger, get me fitter, get me some whether it's medical help, whether it's mental help, and all of that. And they've always been ready to help me elevate my game, and they're always looking for ways to do that. And that's really helped me in my journey, and and we'll only keep getting stronger and stronger.
Well, absolutely. KL, we are going to be talking about cricket as well. And it is a very exciting time with the T20 World Cup also underway in USA and West Indies. I'm sure you're watching India's matches. What do you think of India's chances this time? Do you think we're winning the trophy that's been eluding us since 2013?
I mean, as a player, I've felt this, and now as a viewer and someone who loves Indian cricket, I'll say this, that I don't understand why, the minute the tournament start, everyone just jumps to wanting to win the trophy. Just take it one game at a time, and try and support your team, try and reduce the pressure on them, let them enjoy playing every game of cricket. And the team really works hard, and it's not just when the World Cup starts. The preparations begin much before that, and there's so much that happens within the team, and the players try so very hard through the years and through through every tournament and every season to keep getting better and keep improving their game. And the only goal that they have, only goal that we have every day that we wake up is to win a World Cup for our country. And it's just unfortunate that we haven't been able to do it for such a long period. But and there are many reasons for that, but I don't think effort or commitment is one of the reasons. So I mean, we should be supporting them, and just try and. I know it's easy to say to be relaxed for a player or for someone who loves Indian cricket, but yeah, just take it one game at a time. And we've done so well in the first two games, and everything. They look like they're in good rhythm. They're playing in some difficult conditions, so they've still found ways to win games of cricket, which is very, very good, which is very positive. And that they'll take a lot of confidence from that, and they'll keep getting better and better, and just enjoy watching the game. And to the guys playing, just enjoy playing the cricket, enjoy playing cricket, and do your best.
And there is no dearth of support for the Indian team in USA as well. The stadium turns blue every time the
Yeah.
Indian team steps onto the field as well. I also want to ask you about two highlights that everyone has been talking about the Indian team. First being Jasprit Bumrah. How do you describe the genius of Jasprit Bumrah? People are talking about him as the national treasure and how he should be, saved, and how he's bowling so well for the Indian team.
Yeah, he's a champion cricketer, and he's proved it right from the time he started playing um, at the highest level. Uh, he is a national treasure, no doubt about it. And what he does and what he brings to the team, and hasn't been matched in a long time by anybody else in world cricket. And he also keeps growing from strength to strength, and he's a tough competitor. And having seen him and having played with him for so many years, I know how hungry he is to keep getting better, how hungry he is to win games of cricket for his team. And everyone has the World Cup in the back of their head, and they want to be able to. They want that feeling of lifting the World Cup. We just barely missed out in November, which was very painful for all of us. But I'm sure uh, some of that experience and some of that pain from not being able to win the World Cup in November will 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 be used by some of the players to push that much harder and try and go one step ahead and bring the cup home. And Bumrah is one of the main players for India, and a lot rests on his shoulders in this tournament. And yeah, I'm hoping um, that he can continue to do what he's doing, not just in the first two games, but for years now, and he can stay fit and stay on the park and win games of cricket for the country.
And KL, the other aspect of the other player being Rishabh Pant, the kind of comeback he has made, everyone was hoping that Rishabh Pant, the batsman, can come into the Indian team, but nobody was really hoping about the wicket keeper, the range of movement that he's shown in this particular World Cup. Inspiring?
Very, very inspiring. I mean, we were all at the NCA together, getting treated for our respective injuries. Rishabh, me, Bumrah, Shreyas Iyer, and Prasidh Krishna, five of us together for 4 or 5 months together. And Rishabh was there for the longest. And what happened to him, the accident was, it wasn't easy for any of us to see. And we all, obviously, we felt very bad, and we were all hurt by what happened to him. But, he the way he's come back is no surprise to people who have seen him from close quarter, and who've seen that journey of his to getting back into cricket. Like I said, I was with him for uh, close to 4 months in Bangalore in NCA. And yeah, it was a very frustrating time for him, and you could see that. But it didn't stop him from putting in the hard work, and he was very hungry, and he looked very determined to get back into the team as quickly as he can. and yeah, I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy to see that his hard work, his patience has given him the results in the IPL and now in the World Cup, and he's a very important player for Team India, and he's batting at number three, which is a position that I think he enjoys playing. So I'm hoping to see some more fireworks from him. And wicket keeping is not so much of a surprise because he was one of the best in the country when it comes to wicket keeping and glove work. So I'm not surprised to see what he's doing. But yes, physically, um, I know it was very, very challenging, and it's really good to see that he's enjoying himself and he's able to move freely and he's diving around and doing the job for the team.
Well, absolutely. Okay, last couple of questions. This
Yeah.
conversation also brings me to talk about longevity in sport for athletes. Would you say that, mental and physical fitness is key when we talk about longevity in cricket? Sometimes maybe choosing one format over the other, or you can talk about situations like Rohit Sharma, losing the 2023 World Cup and then stepping into the shoes again to win the 2020 World Cup, or Hardik Pandya not having a good IPL, then coming back into the team. You've often talked about cancelling the outside noise. Do you think that is key when we talk about longevity?
Yeah, I mean, I feel in many ways both things go hand in hand, the physical and the mental. And a lot of people don't um, see the emotional side to it, and the kind of things that as an athlete you have to go through, being away from home, having to go through so many injuries and the pressure of performance, the criticism that you face on a daily basis, and all of that is plays a huge part. And the only things that you can do to make sure that you're on the park or to get some sort of longevity in your careers, to stay physically as fit as you can. I know, having had my share of injuries, that it's impossible to be 100% fit all the time and throughout your career. Very few players have been able to do that, and if there is one thing that I wish I could do from these players is to not take their runs or not take their wickets or not take their World Cups. It's just to um, take that ability to be fit for that long and not go through an injury, which is commendable. But yeah, mental side of it again is being talked about a lot more in cricket now, but the problem's been there for forever. Every athlete's gone through it from whenever sport is being played, but players feel more comfortable to speak about it now. And yeah, we do understand how important both things are, and that's where for me Red Bull has been so important. And they've always had they always come from a different perspective, and they um, I've always worked with people in the cricketing world and the cricketing circle, and it's always just that. But Red Bull, like working with like people in Austria and people around the world, the specialists that they have, just gives me a chance to speak to them and understand my body better, understand the mind better, and use some of like the techniques or tricks to help me feel better, or use that in some of my day-to-day life, and which might in turn help me in my cricket. So that's why
Well,
it's
that's what I
been
was
such
coming
a
to. I wanted to ask you in detail about the performance center that you are at currently in Austria. I mean, what have been your observations, or what are you, hoping to get from this athlete performance center? I'm told it's one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been with Red Bull for such a long time, and every year we plan a visit to Austria, and they've been very keen to get me here to just run some tests and meet some of the experts here and meet the specialists and just do a thorough check about how my body functions and how I can probably use some of that information to optimize the way I train, the optimize how I can recover, and some of like I said, working with the mental coach to see how how they can help me. Firstly, um, relax my brain sometimes and relax my mind, and some of the techniques that I can use to focus better, and all of those things. So I've just come here finally after a very long time. Now that I've had some time to come here and see the facility, and there's so many other athletes, it is a high performance center, so you would expect like the best in the business to be here. And I've met some of the athletes here who are champions in their own sport, and just to interact with them and just to speak to them about their sport and learn something about like different sports that we probably don't know so much about coming from India. And for me to share what cricket is to some of them who have no idea about what cricket is just been really good. And just spending some time here, like I said, to understand my own body, and how I can do better, and how I can optimize the time left in cricket to be better and to stay away from injury as much as I can. And that will only help me get stronger. And if I get stronger physically, I know that my performances will automatically like be much better.
Well, KL, thank you so much for your
Karishma.
time and
Hello,
speaking to us
Karishma.
on the Times Network.
Thank you, Karishma.